Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 39 of Studio Time with Ryos. Today we will be making some big room techno. The day is finally here. I've had enough people ask me. I personally have been loving big room techno as well, so the stars have aligned. Today's the day. I'm also going to show you the entire process, so grab your snacks, grab your beverages, and let's get right into it. All right, y'all, so we're here in FL Studio. I did a little bit of prep leading into today's session, so let me show you what I did exactly. So real quick, I got my fruity notebook open. That's right, if you didn't know, FL Studio's got a notebook built in, and it's extremely helpful. So I was listening to a few of my favorite big room techno songs and just jotting down some notes and some things that I would potentially want to include in my idea. And here's what we got. So just to run through it quick, we got the rave bass fill, that squelchy Reese bass fill right before the drop. I love it. Want to try to include it. Acid shots, same thing, especially in the drop when they're a little filtered and kind of dark. I feel like it's a really nice way to just add little bits of ear candy in big room techno songs. So want to try that as well. Vocal, you see here in the background, I went on Splice. Found a cool pack where they had these really dark techno vocals. So I downloaded a few. I also have a bunch of vocals in my own sample library that maybe we can try if it comes down to it. But I love vocals. I need them. Gated vocal Atmos. This is a classic sound. I feel like if I can recreate it today, as soon as I do it, you guys will know what it is. I don't know what else to call it, but it sounds like a kind of like vocal sample. So I'm going to try that. Fat ass lead. I mean, come on, dude. We're making big room techno followed by an unhealthy amount of reverb. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to go crazy. That snare. Don't know what to call this. I think it's a 909 snare. I'm not sure, but I've got it. Look at that. Already highlighted for me. I found this earlier today. I was like, let's go. Want to get that bad boy in there. Choirs and stuff. Go for like a really trancey, angelic kind of break. Leads me to my next point. Super saw trancey. Yeah, so on and so forth. Last one, kick snare build. I want to have a kick and a snare in my build up. No bass. That's right. I notice a lot in big room techno songs. There tends to not be bass, at least in the ones that I was listening to today that I really like. And I feel like that plays a big factor in how the build-up feels. So these are some things that I'm going to keep in mind. I'm in a trolley mood, so let's freaking go. All right, let's have some fun. You guys are going to have to deal with my shenanigans, and hopefully I make an absolute heater. All right. So let's start by listening to a few of these vocal samples here.
In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
That's so dirty. That one is so dirty.
All my friends are hot, and they only dance to techno.
Pretty good.
There's no place for you in my mind, so leave the rest behind.
Also pretty good. I definitely like this one the best. This is the one I resonate with the most. I'm going to delete these from the playlist, have them here if I need to go back to them. But let's kind of work with this to start. I've noticed that a lot of the big room techno songs I like are closer to 138 and 140. So really fast. So I'm going to just keep it simple. We'll go with 140. And let's see what we can make happen here. Let's sync this up to 134.
In the dark of the night.
Now, actually, before I move forward, really important, big room techno kick. Ollie James was a great lad. You like that? Because he's from the UK. All right, no, don't mind me. Nah, in all seriousness, Ollie James was nice enough to send me his pack, and he's got some disgusting kicks in here. So I want to kind of base my track around the around the kick, the key of the kick. So I love that one. I love that one. I mean, these are all. A sharp, huh? Okay, so I'm probably going to go with either 3 or 5 here, since our vocals in D minor. Yeah, I'll probably go with either of these two, and I'll either, if I wind up going with this D sharp kick, I'll just pitch the vocal at 1 semitone, and then, you know, vice versa, if I decide to keep this vocal, I could just pitch this down a semitone. But these are options. Okay, cool. I wanted to get that out of the way before I go ahead and make a break all in this, you know, in the key of D minor, and then I don't have a nice big room techno kick. That would suck. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen. Holy guacamole, that was loud.
In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
You know what the problem is, though, now that I'm thinking about this in my head? I'm picturing more of a pretty break, and this vocal is definitely very aggressive and is screaming for more of like a not so melodic break. But you know what? We're having fun today. Let's just experiment, right? Why not? So if I tried to go for like a super saw-y kind of vibe, like a trance pluck arp thing, that's kind of what I have in my mind. We could try it with this vocal and see how bad it sounds. A little too aggressive, actually. Let me see. This is cool. And then let me also just pull up the Kung Fu Classic. For sure. Donde? Here we go. Factory Kung Fu. Alright, so on this bass, for now, I'm just going to have it ring out on D. I will add a little bit of decapitator to it. And then get this guy in the playlist here.
In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
Let's also loop this too. Excuse me, it might be off the grid slightly too.
In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
Okay, yeah, that is actually way off. Hold on.
In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise. In the dark of the night, I see a fool in the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
Interesting. Don't know what's happening here. I don't know if the sample is actually not 134. Even that is what's listed. But we could just manually stretch it. No worries. Just like that. Kind of give it a nudge this way.
In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
Okay, yeah. That's good enough. I could always adjust it further later if need be. Throw on generic here. Copy this over. Okay, so yeah, the whole point of this is I just want to test if an ARP and this super saw kind of trance break that I have in my mind is even going to work with this vocal. I feel like it would sound really weird, but we're here for a good time. Okay, so we could just do like a... Kind of sounds dope. Ooh, okay, wait a second. And then, you know what? Maybe I'll just go with a darker break. Now I'm getting ideas. So this can go from here to... No. Yeah, A sharp. And then the ARP will follow that. Ah, okay, here we go. A sharp, boom. This definitely has to go to D. I don't know what I'm going to do with the top melody, though. Let me see. I kind of want just this melody, though. So I'll have to finagle that. But this is kind of dope, actually. Probably go down to G here. Heard this going to D, and then ooh, G sharp, or not G sharp, G minor. I mean, bang, bang. Should I stay on F? Let me see. Nah, I'm probably G. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm liking this a lot. So forget my idea of making like a super trancey supersaw kind of break. I was in my head thinking about making it more melodic and uplifting. I'm liking the dark vibes, as per usual. Are we surprised? I'm gonna probably get rid of the vocal here, actually. And what I'll do is I'm gonna add a wild sort of what I call exit delay. Just a fancy way of saying a delay at the end of the vocal. So I'm going to create a quick send for that. We'll do... Oh, actually, you know what? Sometimes it's easier to not even do a send. Let me try that first. Let me just do this right here on the insert. I'm going to take a instance of Valhalla delay, and I want there to be like this crazy kind of tape delay right when he sings, I think, Disguise. And that's going to carry over. And where I'm removing the vocal from right now, that is where I put big synths, whatever I decide, whether they're super saws or just regular saws, we'll see. But real quick, I can hit them with the tape dotted eighth, turn down the mix, and then automate said mix. Yes, but not a dotted eighth. Maybe slower, actually, a lot slower. Yeah, I think a quarter note is the move. I might have to bounce that into audio too so I can create a kind of vocal wash. And then also I'm going to add a little bit of diffusion here. Yeah, you know what? Let me just do it now. Just going to record the vocal in. Just get this delay in audio. I love doing this with my delays. Basically, just gives me so much more flexibility to control this tail here. Because what I'm going to do now, let's turn off the, let's turn off the Valhalla delay. And then now I have this in audio. I can just loop this. And this is going to act almost as like a drone or an atmosphere in this section. Do a different bit though. Okay, so likely you know what? I didn't properly line up the delay automation, so it's a little wonky, but it's not a massive deal. I can still make it work. There's going to be an atmosphere, so it doesn't have to be perfect, you know? Probably just take this and just go like this, honestly. Okay, I actually like that better. This size. All right. Add this guy here. I'm going to try to stay organized a little bit today, even if it costs me an extra few seconds or two. But we shown the entire process, no editing, or very little editing. Might have to edit a few things here and there, but for the most part, you guys will see everything. Okay, cool. Boom, boom. Festival claps. I need the Hey Child clap yesterday. What the hell? One of my light strips just went on. Boom. We're gonna make this mono. So loud. Awesome. What else did I hear? Probably some really mean brass, some low distorted brass might be cool. It might be also cool to add a really aggressive bass layer to go along with this respace. I like that idea. And then also just opening up the ARP. Now, before I open up the ARP, I actually want to experiment with adding a little bit of like mono legato here. This little glide. Oh, yeah. A little more. Start by cutting a little bit of the lows, and the sound is also really wide, so I'm just going to take it down a little bit here. All right, and then, oh yeah, I said I wanted to open up the cutoff. Yeah, this is nutty. What the hell? Okay, bang. This is going to be awesome. We're going to hide that automation just like that. I actually really like this art melody as my main melody. Go figure. Now I can go ahead and layer a really big supersaw for when the cutoff fully opens up. Incredible. And then on top of that, this also sounded good as a pluck. So maybe I'll do that. And I also want to note what this setting is. This is what, 185? Okay. So 185 as well. Oh, it's not going to let me dial it in exactly, huh? I'm looking at the top left. No. Okay, 185. Cool. This is also insanely wide. Ooh. Okay, amazing. I'm going to do the same thing here. We're going to create an automation for the cutoff, just like that. Yo, this is the one thing I love about big room techno and trance. I just love all the big synths and the energy and that like arena festival feeling. I love it. I live for it. What was I doing though? I was naming this guy Super Sub Pluck. I'm also gonna make like a we'll call it just a lead group, honestly, just for simplicity's sake. But on this lead group, we're going to route the ARP and the pluck here. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of probably just fruity balance work. And that's going to be to just make sure it's not like super, super, you know, overtaking this vocal here. Because it's definitely getting loud as I open up the cutoff. So let me see. Let's dial this in. Yeah, it's like right here particularly. I love it. I love it. We locked in. Here. Lead group automation. Okay. Cool. Pluck is in. Okay, awesome, awesome. The ideas are coming. They're going. They're flowing. How you doing? Serum, we're going to go for a nasty, disrespectful, insane respace. Here we go. My boy Alonzo Sounds got me. Shout out Alonzo Sounds. Always hooking it up. Ooh, I like that. Maybe that one. That one's really messy, but we'll see. Hold on. Holy guacamole. Calling that the guac base now, since I said holy guacamole. I love it. Okay, cool. So, the other thing that I was going to say, I'm going to just try to keep things flowing right now, even though there still needs to be a good amount of work here. I heard if I can make like, all right, first let me say it. I'm trying to think about how I would do it while I'm trying to explain it one thing at a time. What I was going to say is I feel like I hear his vocal coming back in, this guy's vocal here, when he says in the dark. During this section, I should have it go like in the dark. You know what I'm saying? And instead of like adding delay, recording it, doing all that, I actually might just try to do this instead. I'm going to take his vocal, I'll duplicate it. We'll call this in vocal. And I'm going to just select the word in only. Well, actually, wait a second. Oh, no, it's not enough. Okay, never mind. I'm going to take this piece of the vocal here. It's also not on the grid exactly. Okay. Take the vocal, go here, duplicate it a bunch of times. And then on this mixer track here, we are going to do a few different things. So mainly we're going to do some panning. And I'm going to do that right here. Okay, so this will be pretty simple. We'll just do like, I like 25, 75. So 25, and then here, hold 75. And then back to 25. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Okay. Hey, cool. We're gonna have to filter this, and then also just use a simple. Actually, not so simple. We're gonna do two things actually. End the smile first. Default preset, 110%. Go like this. And then bring this down. And then on top of that, now we need a fruity balance. And now we're going to just fade the whole entire thing in, everything that we just did. Nice. Yo! And then right there, ready? And then if I can just have that night with like a big war horn, big lead comes in. Goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. We're going to rock with this as is. Want to try to move kind of quickly today. So that's good. That's fine. Let me try Kashmir's war horns. War horn. Space maybe? Yeah, okay. This one might work. If it sounds good, pitch down 2 semitones. I'm actually going to have him sing out the whole thing because I feel like the song should be called Disguise, and I want that to be the last thing that he says. So we'll keep that there. I can also redo this kind of this delay here for this part of the vocal as well. Or, wait a second, I already did that. In disguise. How you doing? Cool. Hold on, what was my thoughts on the war horn? Sounds mean and disrespectful, therefore it is for me. War horn. Actually... See, I'm always torn with samples like this. Should I consider it a bass because it's tonal, or is it more of an effect? I like my effects to be non-tonal for the most part. That's kind of my criteria. All right, we'll just stick with that. War horn. Crazy big sense right there. Here. Should I do that or should I go back first? Let me work on the break just a little bit more quickly. Quickly EQ this guy a little bit. Okay, let me go back to my list real quick too. So this is all drop stuff. We got the vocal in. I could try this gated vocal thing now. See if I can make it happen. Now, I'm 99% sure it was a preset in Nexus from way back in the day. What library would that be? I don't know. Dance. It might actually be Dance 1, but maybe it's Dance 2. I remember using it when I was a little kid. Transgate? It's really not too hard to remake, so I could just remake it quick. It would literally just mean me using a preset kind of like this when it's like it's got that vocal quality, and then throwing on a transgate. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see if it's got a space here in this break though. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, this sound is really weak. I need to process it. Let's go to Noveltech character. I'm going to also throw on Supermassive default preset. Psych, I lied. Let's go air reverb. OTT. Nope, that's Maximus. Bottled that one. Little Camel Crusher. Woo! My bad. All right, cool. I'm gonna also throw on a soothe real fast too. Oh no, okay. And let me grab my ARP notes. Make sure I'm harmonizing and shit. I like it. I don't love it. Hold on. I might have to go A, E, F, maybe? And then here, I'll just copy this pattern. That didn't sound good. Hold on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the transgate at the end because I want it to be really punchy. Going to just reduce the mix a little bit here. Make sure the Supermassive is not before that too. This one also still has too much mid-range too, and I'm going to have to make it more crunchy as well. This is Camel Crusher. Yeah, it definitely works. I just got to finalize this melody here real fast. I like the beginning a lot. I really wanted to go F here. Okay, this is going to pend, actually. This is going to remain pending. I love it here. Here it sounds like way too much, and I really liked my leads, so I don't want to mess with anything. It can maybe work as a background element just to add energy. It's another thing I love about this genre. In general, with big room techno, actually no, not regular techno, but big room techno, any like festival big room trance. It's all like a lot of layers, a lot of big synths. So I can get away with more than usual, but that does sound a little excessive right now. But cool. I'm glad I at least tried it. What else is on my list? Anything with the break? Oh, choirs and stuff. Okay, so now I can just try to make some chords to go along with everything here. Choir. And yeah, for this choir here, we'll probably go for like a pad. Well, excuse me, for the chord section, I should say. Chord section, we'll go for a pad. Then I'll go for a choir. And then maybe something else, but let me see here. Choir. That sounds so nice. I do have to process these, and I'm just going to do it real fast with OTT, because I want to compress them and I want to make them brighter. And so for that, we just use OTT. I love OTT. Just want to experiment with this last melody here real fast. I think I like F. All right, we're going to rock with F. Again, don't want to spend too much time. I'm already kind of going a little overboard here, but it's all goody in the hoodie. We're going to also briefly make a little intro, because I don't want the track to just start with this. So we'll have this respace come here. We're going to make this respace kind of fade in. Throw on a fruity balance for that. We're 100% going to need an atmosphere as well for this entire break. I have... Was it Chase? Hold on. Oh, this one might work well. Although I have to pitch it down a lot. Unless I get away with A minor. Let me see. Oh, where did that just go? Holy shit. Got it. She's safe. She's all good. We're going to extend this guy here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I also have to just thin this out. Taking up a lot of room. And because I pitched it down, I'm getting more mid-frequency buildup than I bargained for. And I really want this to be bright. Yeah, it sounds better. And then another thing that we can do is filter in this gated vox and then also bring back that in transition I came up with. See how it sounds. Okay, dope. The only thing is it has too much top end right now for this intro. So very simple. We could just filter it down. Wrong mixer slot. Okay, here we go. One knob filter. This vocal wash too, I just got to thin out. So now I'm going to start adding some effects here. We're going to get one of my favorite impacts for hands up sections. Hands up sections. Perhaps a downlifter or two. Okay, now also, I'm kind of going silent now because I'm focused. I got a lot of ideas going through my old pea brain here. We're going to add a nice deep impact right here in the intro. Maybe this one? Absolutely. All right, deep impact sounds great. The other thing I was going to say that I have to add is some sort of transitional element. I can go simple, you know, sweep up, sweep down type beat, or we can do a simple transition, which is what I would normally prefer. Okay, folks, so here's what we can do. I think everything sounds really, really cool, really epic. For this section, like I mentioned earlier, right here, I personally think a really big synth, the drop synth particularly, will sound nice and solo, and then we can make a build-up. But on that listen back right there, I also heard just bringing in my build snare right here. So we're going to try out a few different options, but if you guys don't already know, I am a big fan of making sure that my build acts as a bridge between my break and my drop, like, you know, and I want to connect the two. So I personally don't love making build-ups until I have a drop. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start experimenting now with some drop ideas. I have 1,000,001 big room techno sounds to choose from. So yeah, we're going to just have some fun right now. Let me go through a few of the sounds that I have hearted and stuff, and let's see what we can come up with here. So I will say in my head, I'm thinking we don't go like super, super harsh, just because that's not like my most favorite thing in the world. That's kind of a cool lead. I actually might keep this as a little stab, just like that. Maybe. So let me duplicate that, put that in the back pocket. Okay. Oof, I love that. Gonna save that one as well. Let's just do one more. For these, I'm not planning on layering. I'm just finding my options, see what sticks out to me and stuff. I could just do that too. Yeah, whatever. Maybe. Which one is this called? Emergency? so many good options here. I'm gonna start moving. I'm just having a little too much fun right now. Oh. That's going to be my little refill right before the drop. I'm just going to check a few future rave leads real fast, and then we'll be done, I promise. Okay, there's so many options, guys, and I can sit here and scroll through presets forever. Let me start with one of the leads that I said I really liked. I think it was the second one here. Yeah, I love the second one. So we're going to have to do a few things here. I'm going to start with space control. I want to make sure that this lead has a really good center presence, right? I don't want it to be all width. Okay. All right, that sounds pretty good to me here. Now we're gonna fatten up this sound with Camel Crusher. Turn off distortion. And that sounds pretty good already. I mean, this sound sounds incredible right out of the box here. So not gonna go so crazy yet. Maybe down the line, if I need to add more, I will. But one thing that we can definitely do is just go insane with the reverbs. I did say I want an unhealthy amount. So let's go ahead. Let's get that in there right now. And we're going to play around with automations and stuff for sure. Going to also get another type of delay here to go along. And then I mean, dude, this lead sounds really fat to me already. The only thing is I'm still feeling it's a little too wide, but we'll get to that. Let's just start with actually, I'm sorry. So sorry. Last thing I want to do is actually add R bass. I love doing this. All right. Now, we come up with some melodies and vibes.
In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise. Guys.
So in my head right now, I'm hearing more of a big room melody. So let's see. Actually, wait a second. Holy guacamole. It's the second time I said that today.
Of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
Haha. Snare. Give me my snare right now. Oh, no. Stop choking.
Of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
Yeah! See, if I do it like this, if I arrange it like this, I can't do that crazy Reese fill anymore. Excuse me. Can't even talk because I'm pumped. But yeah, if I do this, I can't do that big Reese fill, but that's fine. I think this sounds really dope. This is what I heard in my head while I was making that melody. I love when shit works out. Snare build. Bang. Wait. Build snare. Okay.
Of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
Boom, 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 boom. I love it. We're gonna get a crowd in here.
Disguise.
Let's also do a little bit of automation on this big lead right for the buildup. We can do some filtering. I do want to experiment with the cutoff because I thought it sounded pretty cool before messing with that. Was it this lead actually? Am I faded? No. See, I opened up the wrong one. Yeah. Yeah. So actually lowering the cutoff might be a cool thing to do in the build-up, and then we can open it back up. And then I would say like right here, then we can open it back up. Now, I don't know if I want to filter it. See, typically with drop leads, at least in you know, regular big room and progressive house, you want to filter them, but this is playing a really big role. So I don't know, but we will experiment together. Let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the filtering. I'm just going to mute it for now. Maybe I'll bring it back if need be. I'd rather do like a lot of master automation, actually. Okay, but one thing at a time. Let me not get ahead of myself. Here, I'm going to create a reverse reverb real fast. Oh, come on. Okay, so we're going to go here. That's fine. Kind of half-assed, but it's all good. Okay.
Disguise. In the dark of the night, I see a fool in disguise.
I think I am going to want to thin it out a little bit, just not as much as I did previously. And then I'm going to wash out this drop lead a bit. Let's get in the smile in this bitch. Endless smile right here. Okay, I'm going to experiment still with that. Something I need to experiment with for sure. But let me not hesitate no longer. I want to get some kicks going. I'm just going to put my kick here. Forget organization for a sec. Ooh, what a heartbreaker. I think this one is going to sound better, but it's in the wrong key. Hold on. What happens if I just pitch this guy down one semitone? Sounds pretty good still. Zoom in all the way, just fade this ever so slightly. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's try the other kick. So same deal. Go like this. Tiny fade. Oops. Clipping the output. Oh, that one is way better for sure. Okay, bang. We're going to rock with that kick. Might have to add an additional bass layer and or process the kick to have a little bit more weight, but it's definitely a really nice sounding kick. Here, I'm going to add sidechain, of course. Epic, 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 epic. All right, awesome. So right here, I hear a very big, like something of the sorts right here. I'm going to go to, let's go to this pack. Rave Revival. What do you got for me? I need like a really obnoxious... Oh, I was right. It is called a 909 snare. That's besides the point. I need an obnoxious like effect. I might have to use something from a different pack here. Could use a cymbal. Dude, this is actually massive. What the hell? The crash isn't it, though. Rats. I need a clap fill. Maybe I'll do it myself. Like Thanos. Claps. Wait, I have 1,000,001 clap fills. You're telling me I don't have one that's going to fit this section? Ba ba. I'm not even entirely sure what I'm even hearing. I think it's a clap. 128. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh yeah, we're moving and grooving. I want to get some white noise too. Let's use that. This noise. Yeah. It's part of the rave pack. Why not? That's why, because it's not that good, maybe? Let's get a little bit of sidechain on this noise. I love doing the double kick. Put that guy right there. I might have to get rid of this little reverse cymbal here too. Okay, bang. I might replace this clap effect. It is 100% what I have in mind. I think it's the right idea. I have a lot of these lying around, so I don't know if this one is the exact right fit, but for right now, it's gonna stay. All right. Noise in there. Let me see something. Okay, bang. Stop. Stop the music. I need to make this lead twisted. I've done this before. We're going to do that with ensemble, which is right here. We're going to automate this detune and the mix knob too. Okay. I did this in I Told You, my song. Yeah. It might be too much because of the amount of detuning and everything already going on here. Let me see something. I think I've said that a lot today. If I'm saying that a lot, my bad. Okay, that's an idea that didn't work. Whatever. Cut it out. Leave it. I'm going to just quickly try to add a little bit of art bass here. Sick. I also obviously have to make some melody variations and just do other automations so this doesn't get super, super boring, even though in these songs the melody is supposed to be really simple. Definitely don't want to get the listener, or don't want to make the listener become bored. Let's get the classic offbeat hat in right now. Also got to get these techno shakers in. I spent so much time making these damn shakers. And they sound, I think they sound really good. Okay, now let's get a clap for this section, and then maybe we can work on adding some like atmosphere sounds to this drop. So very simple clap. Yeah, something a little dark too. A little brighter maybe. Okay, awesome. So now with the big lead, we need to experiment with like some automations for sure. I know right here, like this would be a fill area technically. So maybe I can do something cool there. So let's experiment with that for a second. Okay, yeah, so I think the best thing to do is to use these two notes because I feel like they hit really hard. And then maybe do an LFO or something to add a different movement that hasn't been there the whole time. I think an LFO an LFO is the first thing that comes to mind. So let's do that. Increase the rate. All right, that sounds pretty cool. Another thing that's really popular in this genre is to just high pass the kick occasionally, and that would sound great in this fill. So what I'm going to do, let's just go like that. I didn't even say what I did. I'm just making the low cut here just a little steeper, so I cut more bass out. And then we're going to automate this to only turn on right in that fill section. More bass needs cut out. Okay. I don't know why I chose to use parametric EQ, because this is just not working the way I wanted it to. Yeah, it's literally what I'm looking for. Okay. Now, one thing that we haven't tried yet is to mess with some reverb automations, which is really popular, I feel like, in Big Room Techno, Future Rave. Maybe we can use it to fill up certain slots. I think it does sound nice and like wet already, so maybe not, but actually I lied. I think it'll work out really well, actually. Bang, bang, bang. So I don't want to like do it too much. I want it to be a little bit more subtle, but it does help fill it out nicely. So even that's a little too much. Let's go down to like 60%. I also want to reduce the sidechain slightly too. And reduce the compression a little too. Still don't love that clap. There we go. Sick. Okay, let me take a pause on the drop lead and doing all that for just a second. I want to try some like background, like ear candy and textures and stuff. You know, now that I'm definitely leaning more towards big room than I am techno, the selections that I make are going to be a little bit different than I anticipated. I anticipated kind of making a more minimal drop originally, so I had more space for ear candy. Right now, it's just like this blaring, big detuned saw lead. So I feel like, with that being said, I don't have to go that crazy with these background sounds, but still worth experimenting. See something. F, E, D sharp, D. Wait a second. What? Why? None of these. What? None of these sound right to me. Well, I'm not trusting this because this is a rumble kick. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm starting to get hangry. That's the problem. Okay, hold on. Well, that sounded okay that time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think I'm gonna make my acid not using a sample. Let's go to serum. I'm gonna take a little filter, throw on this guy. No. Negative Ghost Rider, it's not happening. This can happen though. Bring back the snare right here. Oof. So right here also, I'm going to add some, okay, hold on, wait. A lot of thoughts. All right. This stab is so sick. I love that. I need to add reverb and delay to it, of course, to make it blend and then drop better. I also am hearing clear as day the offbeat ride to go along here. I don't know if they're going to have it in this pack. No. Oh, wait, ride loops. I saw it. Hey, there we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Golly. All right. So I got that ride in there now. Now the stab. Is this stretched or am I faded? That's fine. We're gonna do round, and we're gonna do maybe H delay. Ooh, very nice. Psych, I lied. We're gonna do a hollow delay. My favorite. Switch this to a quarter. OTT for good measure. A little bit of kickstart. Oh, she's so out of phase, but it's all good. I swear I just heard a double kick somewhere by accident. All right, whatever. Right there, I heard it again. It might be because I have a lot of low end in the leads and in the kick, but that's not a big deal. I thought maybe I copied over the kick somewhere else, but I didn't. Okay, cool. Stab. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to add another shaker. This shaker I have, it's got a lot of groove, a lot of bounce, right? I now want to get a shaker that has none of that. It's kind of like just a straight, no side chain. And if I remember correctly, Hardwell put one in here. Ooh. Gonna use that one. I can add a little bit of side chain so that it blends. Nice. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to do while we're here. I'll probably copy the noise over, copy the crowds over. Maybe some lead variation, and I could definitely do with more background stuff too. Oof. Yeah. Why do I just take that end piece? Yeah, dude, I need an acid. I just don't know how to do it because I've never done it before. But this sample, I mean, dude, it sounds awesome. I just don't like that rave stab in the background, but maybe we can... If I take away a little bit of the highs, it'll make the lows feel more dominant. Let me see. Okay, I'm a happy camper because I got my asset to fit. Thanks. Everyone say thanks, Ollie James. Thanks, Ollie James. Yeah, that sounds so dope. I'm going to throw on a little Echo Boy just to make it a little bit, like, kind of more interesting here. Yeah. Okay, now I can call it quits right here, but I'm not going to just yet. Hold the phone. I want to try a lead layer here because the problem I'm having with this lead right now is the lack of transient. And I can readjust the processing I did and kind of focus on getting that snap, you know? But because my patience is wearing thin, I want to wrap up here. I'm going to just simply try to add another layer so that I can go call his raps and eat food. Sounds like a great plan. Let me see. So for this layer, I'm going to make it a little bit more narrow. I'm just going to do it down here. I'm going to also drop this sidechain over and link it to this guy. Leads SC. Okay. And let's see what this sounds like. I kind of want to take a listen back altogether. Like, I haven't heard the break in a minute. I want to listen to it with you guys. Get my raw reaction. All right. I think I'm going to say, do I want to wrap up yet? Wait, I don't even have a sweep. Wait, let me get a sweep. Let me maybe also, like, do some filtering maybe on the master. I don't know. All right, let me just get a simple sweep in there. Downlifters, nope. Sweeps. By the way, that lead did help a lot, actually. I just noticed when it cut out. I was like, oh, shit, we're missing something. Okay, cool. That makes me feel better. Okay, that's going to stay. Bang. And then now let's go here, and I'm going to do this as fast as I can, folks. Because I'm getting hangry. Filter this down just a smidge. Throw an endless smile. And then, for safekeeping, a fruity balance. Okay. Let's make the magic happen. I think the endless smile is going to do us extremely well. All right, I got to automate the Simplon because even when the filter is disengaged, it is still rolling off my top end, and I don't want that. We're going to go like this, like that. And then essentially where we're at, folks, is for me to nail this exactly how I want to, it would require me doing this in audio because obviously with automations, when you're automating a bunch of different things here, the automations aren't perfect. So when I have it lined up perfectly on the grid here, there's like a small bit of delay that's due to latency and like plugins and stuff. So when everything is in audio, then you can kind of go back and fine tune it or tweak it and get it perfect. But I think this will be good enough for now. So it's about that time. Let's take a listen from the top and let's see what I came up with.
I see a fool in disguise.
Yeah, we did it. Big Room Techno. Banger. An absolute heater, if you will. In all seriousness, I can't wait to start doing shows again because I would 1000% try this out live. I feel like, especially when you mix in different genres, like I love to play multiple genres when I play live. So after hearing like progressive and then regular big room and maybe like bass house, to then sneak in a big room techno drop at 140 BPM, dude, that would be madness. So that will be all for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. Be sure to check out my Patreon if you guys are interested. We do sample packs, project stems to studio time with Ryos, and much more. The link for that will be down below in the description. And that'll be all for me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.